What's going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always. My name's Michael Roman, aka Allfires. Now, I was a little surprised when I was on social media earlier today to see people talking about the new Avengers, and even then more surprised when people were tying it to the Thunderbolts. And as it turns out, this wasn't just the rumor mill getting stirred up again on social media posts, but rather corroborated by two separate industry insiders. We will talk about exactly what they said as far as the Thunderbolts and the new Avengers during this video. But more than just the updates themselves, it's actually pretty clear to see where the connection lies, and we're going to offer up two extremely airtight theories as to how the new Avengers applies to what's going on with the Thunderbolts, the asterisk by the name and the branding, and ultimately what happens at the end of this film going into the Multiverse Saga. We're breaking it all down, the latest reports that apparently Thunderbolts asterisk has something to do with the new Avengers tied to the Thunderbolts team. But first, if you could grab the subscribe button, we do daily Marvel content at the channel, that's all we do. So if that thing's for you, hit the sub button, leave a comment down below. That automatically enters you to win our ongoing PS5 giveaway. The next one is right around the corner for Agatha All Along's finale in just a couple of weeks. Again, all you gotta do is be a sub, leave a comment. If you want, stick around at the end of the video. We get into all the giveaway stuff again there. Okay, so in the last couple of days, David Harbour was asked what the asterisk was over by the Thunderbolts name now that it's been added retroactively after they released the title for the very first time. And this is what he said in a quote, I mean, they retroactively put the asterisk in. The asterisk was an idea that someone had. What can I say that's not going to get me into trouble? The asterisk is very cool. I understand why people might put an asterisk there, laughs. I'm excited for the viewers to see that as well. Well, that quote was shared on a social media account that then was shared by industry insider and anonymous Twitter scoopster My Time to Shine Hello with the annotation of an asterisk of her own next to the words New Avenger, which is not the first time we've heard this, and even real recently in a recent question and answer that Alex Perez over at the Cosmic Circus did on his Discord, he also said the same thing when asked by someone, hey, hope you're in good spirits, what sort of role can we expect the Thunderbolts characters to play in Avengers Doomsday, as allies of the Avengers or as hindrances for them? And Alex put the New Avengers. So that's two separate industry insider sources saying the new Avengers literally days apart in response to what's going on with the asterisk in the title for the Thunderbolts. Now remember, the Avengers initiative was something started by Nick Fury and S.H.I.E.L.D. It wasn't picked by the Avengers themselves. They were basically just called that and then recruited for that team under that title. The name was basically not self-adorned for the team, as in the case may now be the same with what's going on with the Thunderbolts. Remember, Vale wants to be the new Nick Fury of the MCU. There's rumors that she's the one who bought Avengers Tower, even though the verdict is still out on whether it's her or Mephisto, and it's been said that she's recruited this group of super soldiers and maybe even set them up against Sentry. Now, there are two government officials right now in prominence who obviously have wanted to control superheroes and for quite some time, but focusing on what's going on with Vale, and when we meet the team first at the beginning of the film, it's likely that she in dialogue may say something along the lines of, you guys are like the new Avengers. They may not want to go by that name, but it may be the case that they're created in the image of the Avengers, basically a government-controlled superhero team to do the bidding that the government needs. While Nick Fury and obviously S.H.I.E.L.D. were altruistic about it, this is more of a mercenary for hire and working for the deeds, whether they're nefarious or not, the needs and wants of Vale and the government as a whole. Now, I say the government as a whole because the other official that's in prominence right now, who's obviously been obsessed with controlling superheroes and the entire time we've known him in the MCU, is Thunderbolt Ross, who's obviously going to have a huge role in Captain America Brave New World, a film that leads right into Thunderbolts. Although he's rumored not to be a part of Thunderbolts, it wouldn't be a surprise to see him show up as Red Hulk. That being said, we may have seen a little bit of foreshadowing and during the trailer when he tells Sam Wilson that he wants to take the role of Captain America and bring him back as an official part of the army. It may be that Val is plugged in directly underneath him, and so by extension, what he has in the Thunderbolts is quote-unquote his new Avengers, his governmental superhero team that will do his bidding. We're going to get some of that as a precursor when he tries to recruit Captain America. But the connection here actually goes one step deeper, and it's related to directly what that person asked Alex Perez about the Thunderbolts' role as a team with the Avengers in Avengers Doomsday. Keep in mind that a majority of the characters that are on the Thunderbolts are directly relatable and or known. They're offshoots of major Avengers characters, Yelena and Red Guardian, both from Black Widow, and even though she's passed away in the MCU, you could clearly see how if Bucky Barnes needed help, one of the first people he would turn to is none other than Sam Wilson. Of course, Ghost ties directly to Ant-Man, and while Taskmaster is a bit of a stretch and we'll have to see where and whose side Sentry is on him by the end of that film, it's not a stretch of the imagination to believe that, again, if they got into trouble as the new Avengers or the Thunderbolts, that they probably end up renaming themselves, and we're going to talk about where that name comes from in just a second, that again, one of the first people they would turn to is none other than Sam Wilson, and by the end of Captain America Brave New World, the rumor about the post-credit scene is that he's going to have either started or will start assembling an Avengers team. So it may be that the Thunderbolts just end up calling on the Avengers and becoming one big team when they come to their aid. Now, we've already heard where the Thunderbolt name is supposed to have come from, and this again, according to industry insiders and rumors stemming back to over 6 months ago, that the name the Thunderbolts would actually have been the name of the youth soccer team that Yelena Belova played for when she was younger, and that's what she wants to name the team. And so with these new updates, you kind of think they're probably going to be called the New Avengers officially, and then she wants to change the name and they can't agree, so they say the Thunderbolts and put an asterisk by it. Just basically they'll change it in the future. And while that does seem like a pretty silly reason, Marvel Studios must have had some reason for being emphatic about adding it to the actual branding and the title of the film instead of just leaving it as sort of a gag inside the movie. And there's got to be some transcendent reason they really wanted it to be on the name of the movie. Some people had speculated when they first saw the asterisk that even after the film, the name could sort of change retroactively, the way they tried to do with Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and then that last episode it was brought in as Captain America and the Winter Soldier, that they could change the name to the New Avengers retroactively. But I don't think that that's what's going to happen. I don't think that the Thunderbolts is an official movie title that ends up getting published and released as a major Marvel, film is going to have a name change and after the movie comes out. That's cute for Disney's, Disney Plus and being able to do it in the last episode in the series. It's not something you would do for a major film. So Thunderbolts Asterisk is definitely what the film is now going to be named and what it's going to stay. They won't end up changing it to the New Avengers after the film has come out. You can be guaranteed of that. But you guys let me know all your thoughts down below about this movie, how hype you are for it, its ties to Captain America Brave New World, and who in any of all of these characters should find their way into Secret Wars. I've got my thoughts. We've got plenty of time to talk about it quickly. Let's get into the giveaway stuff before I let you go. All right, we are still giving away PlayStation 5s. The next one is right around the corner to coincide with the finale of Agatha All Along, which should be about the end of October. So where are we about now? A month or so, just over a month. If you want to be entered to win or for any of the future giveaways, all the same rules will always apply. Hit the subscribe button because you need to be a subscriber, then leave a comment down below, and because it's truly random, the more videos you comment on, the better chance you have of winning. The best way to keep up with the content has always been to hit the notification bell with all notifications turned on, especially in these crazy days of the YouTube algorithm. And as always, if you like today's video, I'd appreciate it if you'd hit the like button. My name is Michael Roman. You can find me in a couple of places, Instagram and Twitter at I'mFires. You can also find me on all platforms with original music under the name Allfires. And if you happen to be going to Lost Lands Music Festival this weekend in Ohio, I will be playing tomorrow night, late on Friday night, 2 a.m. I'll be sitting in for KJ Saka's set over on the Raptor Alley stage. So again, if you're going to the music festival, come by, say hi, and we'll be rocking out. All right, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.